All right, welcome back. So, next up, we're going to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And yeah, I'm tipping my hat with, Tampa Bay gear and all that. But I will say this: Toronto's got a real chance. The numbers would tell you they have a real chance. And if it was anybody else that matched up with these numbers and you didn't know it's the Toronto Maple Leafs, but I think that there's a couple of biases here. One, Tampa Bay has won back-to-back Stanley Cups, so they get the benefit of the doubt. And so I see them getting through this round. They've started to look like the Tampa Bay Lightning, but Toronto's played very, very well, and it hasn't mattered who's in or outside their lineup. They've played very, very well throughout. However, um, again, I'm taking Tampa, but I think the series is going to be fun. If Toronto loses another series in seven, I think fans will probably be um, unhappy about that. The one thing is, if they lose against Tampa, I think that'll be seen as, well, hey, they lost to the two-time champs. So, yeah. I know there would be calls for changes if Toronto came up short in this series. I'm not sure that would happen if they came up short against Tampa Bay, who by all accounts are a great team. So these teams have split the season series. November 4th, Toronto wins in overtime 2-1. December 9th, Tampa Bay wins 5-3, and then the drubbings happen. First, April 4th, it was 6-2 for Toronto. And then April 21st, it was 8-1 for Tampa. I'm not using the no mercy magnets for this. This is a little different. So yeah, Tampa Bay and Toronto, both of them had lopsided victories out of their last two matchups. I'm not sure you can take anything from that, other than these guys need to play a little better defensively. Watch the momentum swings, because these teams are both capable of scoring a bunch of goals over a short period of time. So for Toronto, home ice advantage, 54-21-7. Last 10 games, they're 7-2-1. They've won 3 in a row. At home, they're 31-8-2. Away from home, they're 23-13-5. On the Tampa Bay side, they're 51-23-8. So the records are very similar. Last 10 games, they are 7-3. They did win their last game. So, yeah, I mean, Tampa Bay's in pretty good shape overall. And at home, they're very good as well, 27-8-6. Away from home, 24-15-2. So the similarities are there. And again, the channel, 71% voting Tampa Bay currently, would tell you that these teams aren't that close. The numbers would tell you they are. In fact, when you get into the special teams numbers and the overall numbers, there might be a leaning towards Toronto's side of this. Power plays, Toronto 27.3%, Tampa Bay 23.9%. Penalty kill, Toronto 82%. And Tampa Bay 80.6%. So Toronto's got both of the special teams numbers in their favor. Tampa Bay might want to stay out of the box. Goal scoring, 3.81 goals per game for Toronto, 3.48 goals per game for Tampa Bay. Goals against, Tampa Bay has the advantage there. 2.78 goals against per game, whereas Toronto allowed 3.07. People will point out they had a lot of turnover in net and on the blue line, and that's fair. So we'll see how this turns out for them. The key players on the Toronto side, it has to be Austin Matthews, right? 73 games, 60 goals, 46 assists, 106 points. Absolutely shattering the record book for the Leafs when it comes to goals in a season. Absolutely fantastic year. And not far behind him is Mitch Marner, who in 72 games, 35 goals, 62 assists, 97 points. And Marner took it like a champ that he was a healthy scratch to rest him up for the playoffs rather than let him go for 100 points. So I thought that showed a lot of maturity for Marner. And to me, one of the wild cards up front, I'm going with Ilya Mikheyev, because Mikheyev, 53 games, 21 goals, 11 assists, 32 points. I just get the feeling that if the Leafs win this series, we may look back and talk about it and say, that big goal by Mikheyev was what turned it around. That's the feeling I get when he plays. Jack Campbell, 31-9-6, 914 save percentage. He's going to be the starter. And a lot of it's going to be, can Campbell keep up with Vasilevsky at all? And it's a tall order for any goaltender, so we'll see how it goes. I wish Soup the best. On the Tampa Bay side of things, 2018, no, we'll get into that. Their key players, Stamkos, 81 games, 42 goals, 64 assists, 106 points. His first 100-point season, spectacular year for Stamkos overall. Kucherov, only the 47 games played, 25 goals, 44 assists, 69 points. So when he played, very, very good. But they need him to be healthy. So he's got to stay that way during the playoffs. Braden Point, kind of a quiet year offensively for him, comparatively speaking with others. 66 games, 28 goals, 30 assists, 58 points. Quiet season for him is a very good season for other players. and they didn't need him to put up 100 points because Stamkos was doing it. And then, of course, in net, Vasilevsky, 39, 18, and 5 with a 916 save percentage. So now we'll talk about the playoffs over the last 4 years. On the Toronto side, they lost in 2018 in 7 games against Boston. 2019, they did it again. They lose in the first round, Boston, Game 7. 2020, the qualifying round, Columbus. And this one hurt because it felt like Columbus was a team. No offense to Columbus, but that's a team Toronto should have beaten on paper. And they lost that qualifying round 3-2 against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And then in 2021, in round 1, they lose the series 4-3 to the Montreal Canadiens. Most painful with that was they had a 3-1 series lead there, and it just evaporated. And once that Game 5 took place where Montreal won, you kind of felt like, wait, they're not going to blow this, are they? And then they did. On the Tampa Bay side, they were conference finalists in 2018, where they lost in 7 against the eventual Cup champion Washington Capitals. 2019, famously, Columbus was dead until they weren't. 4-game sweep by Columbus in 2019 in round 1. So Columbus injured both of these teams' egos. The difference is, after that, back-to-back Stanley Cups for the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's been a remarkable run for Tampa Bay, and Toronto's going to be trying to stop it. 8 straight series wins for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They want to make it 9. I don't know if they're going to get there or not, but I will say I think they've got an excellent chance, and it's really up to Toronto's big guns to make it work. One of the big question marks about Toronto is, if you look at those deciding games in each series, guys like Marner, and Tavares, they tend to get shut down. And so that's the bigger thing. The goaltending is always what gets the microscope. It was Freddie Anderson. Now it's Jack Campbell. The microscope will always be on the goaltending. But for the amount of money these guys make, they need a playoff win. So we'll see if they get it this year. Let me know your thoughts and your pick in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.